Okay, so hang on. Okay, so I asked Elizabeth to be on our team call, and I found her from Instagram. I found you from Amy Silver. Maybe tagged you once or something. So you're in her downline, right?
Yes. So I'll just go ahead and introduce myself. My name is
Okay.
Elizabeth Gaines. My Instagram is L Gaines because it's the same email that I have, and just kind of wanted to keep everything simple. But yeah, I have been a coach for about 2.5 years. No, not quite 2.5 years. A little over 2 years. I'm a 2-star diamond coach on Team Set Your Soul on Fire. So my coach is Amy Silverman, and so I'll just tell you a little bit about my story. So I currently live in Portland, Oregon with my husband and my daughter, and we have another baby on the way. And I started coaching right after my challenge group. So I started with T25. I was working in Silicon Valley, so I was living in San Jose, California. And I was a single mom at that time for my daughter, who's 4 years old. And I was working in high tech, which I had done for the last 10 years. I mean, if you live in San Jose, that's probably what you're going to end up doing. So I had about a decade in high tech. And when you're in high tech, you think you're pretty much going to be in high tech the rest of your life. That's just what the culture is there. That's where a lot of the work is there. I moved to Mountain View shortly after that, which is where Google's headquarters is. Facebook, all that. So I was in tech. I thought, you know what, the only thing I can do is just hustle, and I'm going to be in tech the rest of my life. But I was never happy in tech. So as housing costs started to rise, I actually took on a second job. So I was working 2 full-time jobs. My second job was actually in real estate. My grandma's been in real estate her whole life. My dad's been in real estate for a long time. So I don't know what I was thinking. I hear a lot of people say, like, well, I don't know if I have time to coach. I'm like, I had zero time to coach. I had zero time to even do my challenge. But I was like almost 200 pounds. I was super unhealthy. I was addicted to sugar. I was just like eating everything that was convenient. Like I had to work. I had to be on it. I had to be like, at several places at once, and my mind all over the place. And so I was just doing what was ever convenient. So I linked up with Amy, and I did T25. So I started my challenge when T25 came out, completely committed, went through like all my cupboards, everything, and threw pretty much everything in my house away. It all was processed. It all had sugar in it. I committed. So after I did T25, I lost 20 pounds. I did the 21-day fix after that. I lost another 10 pounds. And then just kind of sporadically lost 5 pounds, couple pounds here and there while building and maintaining muscle. After that, Amy was like, why don't you become a coach? Like, you're already sharing your journey. Like, it makes no sense for you not to, like, 1, save on Shakeology, 2, pay it forward and help other people. And I was like, well, like, I know Beachbody's an MLM, and I kind of have a bad taste in my mouth about that. My mom has done like every MLM like under the sun. So I had like that perception, like my mom was never successful in it. So I didn't think that they were scams. I was just like, I'm not really sure if that's something I want to do. I mean, I make good money now, but I mean, I work 16 hours a day, so it sounds nice, but I don't know how I can build that on the side. And yeah, and my mom, she read all these like personal developments we talk about within the 3 Vital Behaviors too. And I was like, well, my mom's never been a millionaire, so like, why should I read these? But anyway, I was like, well, I would like to save on Shakeology, and I am sharing my story because I was just like sharing about doing T25. And I asked this question a lot, and I'll ask you guys. So if there was no such thing as a coaching opportunity, and maybe you guys already did this before you became a coach, or I'm not sure if you started as a coach with your challenge, but if there was no such thing as coaching, making a commission, making a bonus, making an income from being affiliated with Beachbody, but you were using the product, so it's just like something you can go and buy and use, would you share and tell people about it? Like, oh my gosh, yeah, Shakeology is awesome. Like, I lost 20 pounds with it, and their workouts are really good, but like there was no way you could make any like bonus off of it. Like, would you still tell people about it? Like, I would. Like, every time I ask people that, everyone's like unanimously like, yeah, well, totally. That makes sense. Like, it's like when Kelly asked, like, hey, what should I go get at Sephora? Like, what's like, I have $50. What should I go buy there? I'm like, oh, get this mascara or try this. Like, you want to tell people about things that, 1, you like, 2, that they work well, and 3, like, you support and you back. So anyway, I just got started with Coach, and I would just do like an hour a day here and there, just, you know, sharing my story, inviting others. And I did like the worst posts ever. Like I'd post like the Beachbody created like T25 on sale challenge pack. Like I did like everything wrong when I first started as a coach. Everything was like super tacky. It was all like Beachbody this, Beachbody that, you know, join my challenge group. This is on sale or free shipping, whatever is going on. So anyway, I just didn't quit though. So like the biggest thing that I could ever tell you is to remain consistent, even if you screw up 100 times. Like there's this book called Failing Forward, and that's what I've been doing the last 2.5 years. I just like keep failing, and I'm like, all right, that didn't work. Let me try something else. So after 7 months of coaching part-time on the side, just like a little bit here and there, getting better, running challenge groups, because we didn't have challenge group guides when I started. We didn't have new coach training when I started. It was kind of like when you enroll as a coach, your coach would be like, okay, here's the new coach training academy in the back office, like go do it. So there was like no like formal training or 30-day pushes, or, you know, people get really creative and do like 21-day new coach training along with like the 21. I've seen a lot of cool stuff like based off of what's in the back office. But before that, it was like watching these videos that were like hours long on role playing, and it's all good info, but it's a lot of videos to watch. So, yes, after 7 months of building Beachbody on the side, I was able actually to leave both of my jobs. So I made Beachbody replaced my incomes, both of my incomes. I just stayed consistent, shared my story, and the most important thing that I can tell you, and I've recently plugged back into this because I knew that this was missing, is personal development. So if you have not read these 2 books, which are my top 2 I'm recommending right now, is The Compound Effect. And if you guys were at, if you guys have been around for 2 summits, Darren Hardy spoke, and I just adore him. And then the other book that I just finished, which is, it really reminded me and it really spoke to my heart about what and why I'm doing this, is The Go-Giver. So if you haven't read those are really good. And they're quick reads, especially The Go-Giver. Like I think I read that like in 3 nights after putting my daughter to bed. It just like goes really quickly. It's very intriguing. It's very kind of pulls you in. So I ordered the next 2 books in that series, but it's so good because it reminded me that I'm not here trying to push a rank. I'm not here trying to make money, because no matter what you do, if you're focused on helping people, you're going to earn money whether you want to or not. Like you can't stop it. Like the more you give and the more value you add to free clean eating groups, your challenge groups, doing giveaways, or just like I've heard time and time again, I can't afford it, not now. And then a year later, just because I haven't given up, just because I've stayed consistent, those people will come back around. So if you just focus on the people and your why and why you're doing this and why, you know, just getting down to like really the heart of this, the money's going to come. I promise you that. Like that's what I did before. Sometimes you lose sight of that. You need a little kick in the butt reminder. And then you can, okay, yes, my personal development's reminding me that I have to fill my cup before I can fill others. So yes, I've been full-time now for about 1.5 years. Best decision hands down I've ever made. And I never thought that this would happen from the single decision that I need to get healthy. I need to lose weight. Like I'm sick of carrying this weight around. I'm sick of feeling like crap. And then finding that I can actually like have a legitimate business and go as far and as high and as long as I want for forever. So, okay. A lot of questions that I get are, well, how do I make connections? How do I meet people? Where do I find leads? Where do I find contacts? My coach would say, you need to be making 30 contacts a day. I'm like, holy crap, that's a lot of people. How am I going to talk to that many people in one day? Don't overthink that. It's not people that you're inviting. It's not trying to sell a challenge pack. It's literally making connections. So finding new moms or friends or people that have common interests on Instagram. Instagram generates maybe like 99% of my leads in my business. I love Instagram. I love social media. So I find that a lot of coaches use hashtags like the 21-day fix, Shakeology, Beachbody coach, clean eating. And it's like, okay, if you do that, you're going to attract other coaches. What is it about you that you're into, that you're going to connect other people that don't have fitness on their radar are going to see you and be like, oh, cool. So we have this in common, but she's like really healthy. She seems very happy. So like me, I am really into art. I'm really into design. I'm really into like attachment parenting and baby wearing and things like that. So trying to find moms that I would want to be friends with, even if we were both fat and overweight and totally unhealthy, like I'd still want to hang out with you. So all fitness and health aside, what are the kind of people that are like your tribe? Like, who do you want to hang out with? And what are you into? Are you into like derby? Are you like, we used to have a lot of derby girls on Set Your Soul on Fire. So are you into like derby? Are you into like rock climbing? Are you into art? Are you into music? Do you make music? Like, what are some other things outside of this that will connect you to other people? So when they go to your page, they see, whoo, like this girl can help me with other stuff. So here's an example of how to have like a balanced social media when someone goes to your Instagram. So one question that I ask people is, go and evaluate your own Instagram. Or I hope everyone's on Instagram because it's like the best business tool. Go to your own Instagram, and within 3 seconds, so that's like someone just, scrolling up like maybe 2 or 3 times, can someone identify you as someone that can help them? So if it's just like, I have so many coaches that post like picture after picture after picture of their dogs, of like, I don't know, like the most random stuff. I'm like, how is anyone going to know that you're someone that can help them? So what I did was I created like a week of posts. Like, this is what you should be posting every day. So like Monday, something motivational. Like you can share a story. You can share like a little quote or something, and then how you feel about it below that. Transformation Tuesday is a huge one. So every Tuesday you can share either your own journey or a teammate's. And then Wednesday would be like a workout Wednesday. So share a picture of yourself doing your workout, or you could do like a little video. I think Instagram videos are 15 seconds, 30 seconds. I can't remember. So Monday's motivation, Tuesday's transformation, Wednesday is a workout. Thursday could be like nutrition or a recipe. Friday could be like Flex Friday or Family Friday. Any kind of like little thing you want to put in there. Saturday could be like something getting outside or sharing one of your passions. And then Sunday, if you're a spiritual person, it could be like Spiritual Sunday. If you're not, it could be like Namaste Sunday, like whatever, something to kind of keep a consistency. So you have a balance between your work life, your family life, your fitness, and motivation. So that's something that I kind of tell my team, like, hey, don't overthink it. Like, here's something that you can post every day. So when someone looks at your page, you're like, hey, this person seems really happy. They seem really positive. They're into fitness. They seem like they have like a healthy balance where they're not just like fitness, but it's like, Kelly has a really good balance of like makeup, family, fashion, fitness, motivation, spirituality. Like, I love that. It's a really good balance. So that is what I wanted to say about Instagram. So your hashtag should be something that's like related to you and what you're doing. And yeah, you can throw in like some health stuff too, because I think a lot of people who want to get healthy, like I did before, I would look at so many different people's Instagrams, but it was never related to Beachbody because I didn't know anything about Beachbody. I didn't know about these coaches. I didn't know about the programs. It was just like weight loss. And I mean, that's like such a generic one. But if you can find things that are like unique to you and like something that you're passionate about or a hobby that you have that will connect other people to you, that will just connect regardless of, trying to be healthy, that's really good. And then finding like a good balance of something to post every day.
Can I just say, you guys have to go check out her Instagram. So this is why I asked her to speak, because I was like obsessed with her Instagram posts because they were so like well done. And they had that balance that you're talking about. So her Instagram is ElleGaines, ELLEGAINES. And they're pretty pictures. you know,
The last like couple weeks have been mostly lifestyle pictures. We waited a long time to announce our pregnancy, so I'm like, what am I gonna post? Like I like was posting a lot of like my teammates' transformations and like kind of using like recycled stuff because I've recycled stuff from like a year ago. Like it doesn't matter. Like I'm like, I don't know. I was also super sick for like 8 weeks straight. So if you have like a library of like photos, like from, I don't know, I just keep everything so I can like recycle it. Cause when you're just laid up and you're not cooking anything and you're basically just like in bed drinking Shakeology, like,
yeah, and I love her Shakeology posts. Like she'll just show her cup. She does this all the time. She'll just show her cup with like, you know, I don't know. They're pretty. They look appealing. And you post about Shakeology like once a week, probably.
Yeah, I used to do it a lot more. My first trimester was so bad that I couldn't even drink Shakeology every day. Like I would make one, like, oh, I can't wait to like get some nutrition, and then I just couldn't. It was the worst because I had drank Shakeology every single day for like 2.5 years. So yeah, my feed's a little messy right now, but you know, scroll through it a little bit.
I think
the 3-second rule doesn't apply to me right now. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's still great, and that's what I loved about it. Was like little pieces of her. She's probably like, besides Amy Silverman, you know, I would subscribe to her posts, and it's like every time she posts, I'd be like, "What's she doing? I want to see what else." Doing. Not to be a stalker or anything, but I just loved the aesthetic, the tasteful way she posted. She was always showing like transformation, you know, someone's transformation. I don't know. I just thought it was very subtle the way you did, and it didn't have that like salesy, cheesy like.
I did that before. If you go back far enough, you'll see those. I like want to delete them, but then I want to use them as an example. Like, look, I mean, like I've failed. I've totally failed. One thing I want to say about like capturing like the beauty in what you're doing is try to take all your photos in natural light. So it doesn't have to be sunny outside, but just like I always try to have whatever I'm doing positioned near a window, even if it's cloudy or even if it's raining, you're still going to get that natural light. We have this, we're changing the lighting in here, but it's like there's one fluorescent bulb in there and there's one like soft light bulb in there, and it's the lighting in here is so bad. But I like hardly ever take pictures at night. They're usually in the morning, in the afternoon, in natural light, because you're going to get the best, I think, looking photo. And then I really like Afterlight for like an editing app. Yeah, so just that's one thing I was telling one of my coaches. She's like, I'm not getting any new followers. I'm using hashtags. She's like, what's wrong with my Instagram? I'm like, well, let me go take a look. So she was doing a lot of yoga, and she was doing like a yoga challenge. And she's got a great body. She has a great transformation. She does really great things. But I'm like, girl, every single photo you post is in your basement. Like it was like concrete walls and fluorescent lighting. I'm like, it looks awful. Like you're so gorgeous and you have such great content, but like the photos are so bad. Like you know, it's just like every single photo was like a concrete wall. And so I said, and she lived in Wisconsin. So it was snowing when we went through this. I'm like, go outside and do some snowga. So she went outside in the snow. I'm like, even after you freeze your butt off for like 3 minutes, just go outside and do a pose in the snow. And she got like 20 new followers. Like, get out of the house or get in the natural light or whatever you have to do. You're going to get really beautiful photos that way. Let's see. What else was I going to talk to you guys about? Adding value. Well, Kelly is really, really good at challenge groups, and she's really, really good at marketing them. Some people really do well using Beachbody. So my good friend Colleen Eddy, she is like Beachbody queen. Like she's been on stage with Autumn. She has great transformation. She's all pro Beachbody. But like me, I'm more like I did a gratitude and move challenge. So it was like the 21-day fix. And we also did 21 days of gratitude challenges. And we based our group off the compound effect. So I think that was really cool because I gifted every challenger with the compound effect. I think it was like $7 on Amazon Prime, and it shipped to everyone in 2 days. So I like a gratitude and move challenge. Right now I have the trick or treat yourself fall fitness group. So it's like, I know it's Halloween. I know all your kids are going to bring home candy, but like, here's a buttload of recipes you can use to like keep everyone on track, and go ahead and have a piece of candy, but don't go through half the bag. So, and we have a trick or treat challenge. And then if any of you guys are moms or you know people that are moms, the Autumn Calabrese on demand released the prenatal and postpartum. I think it's called what's it called?
Well, yeah, her maternity workouts, right?
Yeah, I forget what it's called, because I've been calling it Mighty Mommies. So I like rename things all the time, and then I forget, like, oh shoot, what is it actually called? Like, it's shoot, I forget what it's called. The maternity series, where I don't remember what it is, but anyway, the thing that I love is that there's more and more stuff being added all the time. So like, this thing is huge because I'm pregnant, so I'm doing a maternity or prenatal fitness group. And even if you're not pregnant, but if you have friends that are, or friends who are postpartum, that's huge, because there's a lot of pregnant women right now. I feel like I'm seeing an announcement like every week. There was just something in the water like around 4th of July. But the other thing I was going to say, yeah. So this is a big one. And I'm sure Kelly's already talked to you about this, but getting behind product launches. And we have so many awesome product launches, like feels like every quarter, but maybe every 5 months, kind of just depending on how they're released. So we had 21 Day Fix Extreme come out. What else came out? We have Hammer and Chisel coming out. Oh yeah, Size. That was the big one that came out. So that like appealed to a whole other group of people that, weren't going to be into PiYo, weren't going to be on 21 Day Fix, but just wanted to move. And I've seen some of the most amazing videos from Size. So Size came out, and then we have Hammer and Chisel coming out. If you are not talking about Hammer and Chisel, you should have been talking about it yesterday. Like, get behind these product launches, because you have no idea who it's going to connect with, who and the people that you've been talking to, the connections you've been making. So I think I might have cut myself off when I was talking about this, but making connections. So that's just like, commenting and following on someone that you connect with on Instagram, adding a couple new people in your suggested friends on Facebook. Like, you don't even have to start a conversation. It's just making new connections. So maybe like, make a goal to make one connection a day, so you get 30 new connections in a month. Just, go through your suggested friends. Usually I look to see who our mutual friends are, and if it's a lot of coaches, then I know it's another coach. But I have a lot of friends in like mom groups. Oh, this is a big thing too, where you can make a ton of connections. So I'm in a couple of different mom groups. One is like Portland area working moms. One is moms acting like meatheads. So that's like moms that are all into like powerlifting, CrossFit. There's another one that's like Tribe de Mama. That's about like natural parenting and childbirthing. And you can just like go through there and kind of add a couple of them as your friends, and just, like a couple of their photos, and that's making new connections. So you're like, you can, have an Excel spreadsheet and be like, okay, I added these friends this month on this day, and I've actually talked to this one, or I interacted with her. So you're just like making a connection. You're starting to have like a little online friendship. And then what I do is, when I've added new friends on Facebook and new connections on Facebook through Instagram, I create an event. So just like you would create an event for somebody's birthday party, or like, hey, we're having like a Halloween party at our house, how those events on Facebook, I use the events to make my challenge group events. So for like the Mighty Mommies, and for the Gratitude and Move, and for the Trick or Treat Yourself events, I just, made them like 2 weeks out, put some info in there, didn't name any of the challenge packs, because what I did learn was when I started naming challenge packs and people wanted them, they'd go to Amazon and order them, or they'd go like get them from their friend or eBay or something. So I'd create an event, and then I'd invite all those new people. And so then they would RSVP, or I would message them and say, hey, I'm so glad that we connected. I love the photos, or that photo of your kids in their Halloween costumes. I just wanted to see if you saw my event that I invited you to, if it's something that you're interested in, like just, like making connections all day. You don't have to push anything on anyone. Yeah. So don't think of making connections as having to invite someone to your challenge groups, but like adding people on Facebook, finding new people on Instagram, and just connecting. You don't even have to say anything. And then they'll start seeing, if you do your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday posts, what you're all about. And that's kind of cool. Yeah, so I'm kind of out of breath. If you have any questions for me, or if there's anything that you want me to go over, I'd be happy to answer it. I think one thing that I just put a little note at the bottom was, since you're here and you're on Kelly's amazing team, and I just adore her, like, you guys have a really wonderful coach, like, she's awesome, is like, you're going to have to make the decision not to quit, because I can tell you, I've never wanted to quit, but I've reinvented my business like 3 times. I've, had to like make changes, and I've even like, completely started my team group over, because I was like, you know what? I don't like the vibes in here. I don't want to kick a bunch of people out. I'm just going to move the ones who want to stay over. And that like made me feel really good. So like, you're the CEO, you get to do what you want to do. If you want to change your team name, change your team name. If you want to, not recruit any coaches and just work with challengers, just focus on that, because those people, I'm telling you, they'll want to pay it forward anyway. Like, you just take the pressure off yourself, and when you focus on helping people, no matter what, whether you want it or not, the money is going to come. Like, you will be able to quit your job. You will be able to put money in savings. You will be able to, get out of debt, pay off student loans, whatever your financial goals are, they're going to happen when you stop thinking about them and just focus on giving. And I swear, if you have not read The Go-Giver, it's so good. And I think it's like, you can probably get it for like $5 to use on Amazon, and you can read it in a couple nights, and you're just like, oh my gosh, yes, this makes so much sense. Like, I just needed to like, get that little kick in the butt, and everything is going to like, just, whew, it's all good. Don't give up. You make the decision not to quit, and then just stick with it. No matter how many times you fall down, just pick yourself back up. Get creative, like, do whatever you want. It's cool that we have the freedom to like almost do pretty much anything we want.
Yeah, pretty much. I've been, I just barely got the book People Over Profit. Mm-hmm. And I just like the whole principle is the same with like the Go-Giver. It's like, if we put people first, like, then the profit will come later. But so I'm trying to really just focus on that, with my challengers. Like, let's just get you what you want, and let's help you with the results. And
one thing that's so crazy, I'll share a quick story, is there have been months where I'm just like inviting and following up like crazy, like people that are like, oh, check back with me in a month or 2 months, or people that say they're going to order and they don't order. And so I'm doing all these follow-ups. I'm inviting more, connecting with more people. And I'm like, I really want to hit Success Club. Like, I just, or I really want to hit Success Club 10 or 20 or whatever goal I had set for myself for that month. And then when I'm just like, dude, nothing is happening. Like, what the heck is going on? And then I'm like, okay, I need to add value. And I'm like, hey, everyone, free 7-day clean eating group. Who's in? And then like 30 or 40 people are like, oh, man, I want to do a free clean eating group. I'm like, cool. Let's push you in the group. Let's just do that. And then like 10 of them end up completing the week challenge and ordering the 21-day fix. Like, all right, you know what? Forget about it. Forget about what I said earlier. Who just wants to eat clean and get a bunch of recipes? Like, it's free. I'll give you some free workouts. Like, if you go on YouTube, and there's like, I think on Autumn's Facebook, there'll be like workouts. I know there's a Tony Horton one. Shaun T has done like these 5-minute workout Wednesdays or something that he and Danielle did a little series of. But you can find a bunch of them and just say, hey guys, here's a workout. Try this today. Post your account. Like, when you add value and just offer things for free, like yourself and your time, and people who haven't been in challenge groups before, and giving them that experience, like, it pays off. I tell you, every time I do it. I used to do 3 clean eating groups monthly, and then I got lazy. I'm like, maybe I should do that again, because adding value and giving and just focusing on helping people, it, like, I swear, then my business picks up again. It's crazy. It really works. Personal development.
How do you convert them from you know what I mean? Like, how do you connect with them, or do you message them, or like, do you have a system of with your Eat Clean?
So for all the people that are in the free clean eating group?
Yeah. Like, at the end, do you do a call to action, or do you personally message them? Or?
Yeah. So what I do is I actually post a video, and I'm like, you guys, like, it's usually like midweek. So like on a Wednesday, I'm like, you guys are doing really awesome. Like, we're in Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like 3 or 4 days. I am already, people, if they're really sticking with it, they're already going to start feeling and seeing results. They're going to feel better, first of all. When I completed my first week of T25, I think I was down like almost 5 pounds. So just by changing their diets, they're going to like see this, they're going to feel really good. So I posted a video. I'm like, you guys are doing really awesome. I have a couple people who are going to be graduating to our 3-week challenge after this. So I would love for like this whole group to continue together. It's, like you can throw in something else. Like I'm throwing in this awesome book that we're going to be reading together, or you can do like, I gave away the Meal Prep Haven containers with this last group. So I think they're like $12 or something. You can like add another incentive. Like everyone's going to be, all the graduates are going to be gifted with this as they start the next challenge, because this is just a quick start. So this is not something this challenge is not something that's going to be long-term. This is just for the week, but anyone who wants to keep up and keep, continuing on with this, we're moving into the next group. So we'll be doing enrollments this weekend, just like something super simple like that. I post a video, and then there will be people who comment on it. They're like, oh yeah, I'm so in, like I feel really good. This is a lot easier than I thought. And then people who I don't hear a lot of feedback from, I'll personally message you like, hey, like I would like hate to leave you out of the next group. I want to make sure I don't miss you, or I want to make sure that, you feel included, continuing on with everyone. So there's different ways that you can word it, but I just say, hey everyone, like this is not a long-term challenge. It will get you like a Kickstarter of results, but for everyone that's going to be graduating, 1, you'll be gifted with this, all the graduates, and then 2, you're going to have the same group of, cool peeps that you've been with the whole week in this next 3-week challenge.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's like, I swear, when you just like focus on helping the people, and then, okay, here's like, the next step, because that's where your real results are going to come. Because I have people who are like, I need to lose 60 pounds. I need to lose 80 pounds. I need to lose 100 pounds. I'm like, cool. Here's my friend and teammate who did that in a year. Like this is so achievable. And I know it's so scary and it sucks, but like we just go 1 week at a time. That's all you have to focus on. Yep. And even if it starts with like a week of free clean eating, like that, hey, cool, I'll do that.
That's awesome. And I like that it's a video, because I feel like people connect with you more versus
Yes.
just a post that's like, oh, you guys are doing great. I feel like if it's a video, people will click on it.
Yes.
If it's not a YouTube one, it's like organic from Facebook. I think they'll, so that's.
Yeah. And even like shouting people out like, hey, Amanda just posted that she's down 2 pounds, or hey, did you see so-and-so's awesome recipe that they posted? Like it looked beautiful. Like when are you going to have me over for dinner? Like you can do little shout outs, because then that group knows that you're really there. You're really watching them, and you're really aware of what they're doing. Like when I have webinars or team calls, or just any, like if I'm noticing like certain things like within my team, I'm like, hey, Jillian, like, or hey, everyone, like go check out Jillian's post on Instagram. Like, I just love the way that she presented this, or I love like, how positive it was. Like, I just wanted to show her some love. Like recognition is huge. And that was actually, I forgot to mention this, that was actually a huge thing for me when I started coaching, is that in my job in high tech, I swear there were like, everyone was like a middle-aged, old, overweight man, and it was very sexist and it was very political. And I was like this young little spring chicken who was like, hey, I have all these great ideas. And they're like, no. And then, I'd bust my butt and work really hard and like try to like prove myself. And there was never any like, hey, great job. Like, whoa, you did really good on that account. It was like I was just like beating myself up, working so hard. There was zero recognition. It was more like, hey, if you're going to work that hard, like maybe we can give you some more work to do. What else can we pile on your desk? So when I like started coaching and I was like being recognized and like little shout outs and hey, like good job, or hey, like you did really good on this, or, like you're helping a lot of people, or I really like that post that you did. It's like, oh, you saw that? Like, you're like, did I just get a pat on the back? Because that felt really good. So like acknowledging people, like when you acknowledge people, like when someone acknowledges me, like that feels really good. And it just takes a minute to do. And I know sometimes like we can't see everything, but just giving people little shout outs, whether it's your coaches or your challengers, I even do it like with my friends. I'm like, oh my gosh, this article that so-and-so posted, like, you're killing me right now. You're so hilarious. I don't know, just connecting, like I don't know. I swear, like, I used to be really negative Nancy. It's kind of hard to like look back at the person that I was. So I was super like negative and like disgruntled, and personal development, getting healthy, like self-love, all that. It's crazy. Like, it's just a big love fest over here.
I love it. I remember at Summit, they said that recognition is the other vital. It was like the fourth vital behavior, and I was like, that's so true, because recognizing your clients and your coaches is huge.
And it just feels good, like giving someone the warm fuzzies. Like, it's just like, oh man, like, it's really nice to like, it's like, oh, I'm so glad that I connect with you because you make me feel good. Like, and it feels good making people feel good. It's just like, it's crazy. I swear, it's like this huge love fest. Well,
especially moms, like we don't get very much recognition. So any little bit just makes a difference. I even thought about, I was just thinking about this today, doing like Success Sundays in my challenge groups, where it's like, hey, everyone, because I think a lot of people forget to even recognize their own successes.
Totally.
I'm either going to call it Success Sunday or Success Bell Sunday. And it's like, hey, who wants to ring the success bell? Like, let's hear what successes you've had this week. Like, maybe for them, like, they might be like, oh, well, I only lost 3 pounds. But you're like, what? 3 pounds?
Yeah.
Why have you been holding out on me? I have clients do that all the time where they're like, oh, I just lost 3 pounds. I'm like, what? Why are you not sharing this? So I like the idea of making it like, let's all recognize this together,
Yeah. And I think too that we've been like so conditioned to not be like proud of ourselves, and not to be like, hey, like toot toot, like I'll toot my own horn sometimes. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I've seen a lot of articles posted about like, why should I be ashamed of posting a selfie? Like, I look cute today, or I feel good about myself, or hey, this is good. Like, whatever. Like, you get to this point, at least I have in this, where it's like, you should be proud of what you're doing. Like, who cares what anyone else thinks? Like, you're on your journey, and like, you deserve that. Like, other people deserve to see that. And we've been so conditioned to like, not be prideful or not be conceited. And it's like, it's none of that. Like, I work hard and I'm helping other people, and I'm proud of what I'm doing. And I take so much pride in like this company and like what, you build as a coach. Like, I think that's awesome.
Amen, girl.
Future Horn Sunday.
There you go. Okay, well, I'm going to open it up for you guys to ask any questions to Elizabeth.
Call me Elle. It's fun. It's much more like glamorous.
So, yeah, do you guys have any questions you want to ask her just about anything in general? I mean, she's been doing this for 2.5 years, and she's like, I think it's so awesome you're able to quit your job. And do you work? Here's my question for you: do you work like how many hours? Do you work full time or do you work part time?
To be completely honest with you, if I was working this business full time since I left my jobs, I'd probably be a superstar diamond right now. So it was funny because we had this conversation going in our Amy's personally sponsored coaches group. And someone was talking about, well, I want to quit my job, and what can I expect to make if I can hit diamond? I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be real with you for a minute. I'm 2-star diamond. I was able to replace my income in high tech. However, I did not leave my job to do this full time. So I didn't go from being in an office in a cubicle on a computer to being on a computer all the time at home. I have a 4-year-old, and I wanted to have more kids. And so I wanted to be able to continue to work this as flexibly as I can, because I do have kids. So if I didn't have kids, I would be working this full time, probably 8 to 10 hours a day. I love it. But I honestly probably work 1 to 2 hours a day. That's all that I need to work to maintain my team and my business and to connect with moms. Maybe it's like 20 minutes here, an hour here. Maybe some days it's 3 hours or 4 hours, but it's completely flexible on what our family day-to-day life is like, what our lifestyle is like. So no, I don't work full time. I barely work part time. It's really awesome because whatever it's whatever like works for you. So it's like, hey, I need to hit this much income to leave my job and stay home with my kids, and then this is what I need to do to maintain that. Yes, I do want to grow this, but my daughter is not in kindergarten yet, so I think it'll be easier for me to do when she's in kindergarten. So she's in preschool, so I have more time to focus on like getting stuff done. She's only in preschool like 2.5 hours a day, so I don't have a lot. Like that's usually when I'm either one, taking a shower, or two, really focusing on like busting a bunch of stuff out for my business. Because I'm working on an ebook right now, and that takes a lot of time to build, but I think it's going to be huge value add because it's going to be for free. So yeah, like if I work this full time, seriously, if you work this full time, you could probably be like a superstar diamond in like 2 years or something. I try not to compare myself to others because I see other coaches that start at the same time as me and they're much higher rank, but it's like, hey, this is where I want to be. I want to have this flexibility and knowing that this is always here. I'm never going to leave it. It's never going to leave me. And I can spend all the time that I want to with my kids, you know, daughter and soon to be other child, my husband. You know, if I need to, like, I'm an introvert. You might not think so, but I'm like an extreme introvert. I can close my laptop and walk away when I need to. I don't have to be constantly interacting face to face or, you know, even in chat or on phone or on text with people. I just, okay, I need a break. I'm feeling overstimulated. I have like too much. Just close my laptop, go take a walk, go do, you know, whatever, make something to eat, and then come back to it when I feel like I've re-energized. So yeah, I hope that answered your question.
Yeah. I had another one, but I forgot it. Anyone else have questions for her? No one.
I go off tangent, so maybe I answered all the questions.
I have a question. I kind of missed what you were saying, what you do about a prenatal group.
Yeah, so if you have a club membership, which I hope everyone has a club membership because I'm never going back to the DVDs again. Like, workouts is so awesome. Autumn Calabrese has launched, and she mentioned this at Summit, and I've been so anxiously waiting for it to come out. I forget what it's called, but when you go in on demand, you'll be able to find it. But she has 4 workouts. So there's one for the first, second, and third trimester, and then she has a postpartum workout. So I just built a challenge group around that, and I called it Mighty Mommies, and it's
You say that it's free for the first month, like because they're
So on demand is free for the first 30 days. If you want to do like a free clean eating group before that, you could do that. But I would just enroll people with on demand or a challenge pack, because then either way they'll get the on demand for free for 30 days. And then it's this.
There's an on demand challenge pack.
Yes, there's an on demand challenge pack, which honestly, I would get the 21 day fix challenge pack over that, because right now they're the same price and you get all that stuff with a 21 day fix. Right. And then either way, they'd have to continue paying the quarterly. Yeah. So I always try to find like, okay, what's the best value right now? Because no matter what, everyone gets on demand for free for the first 30 days, and then they can continue. And then also save 10% on their Shakeology, which is cool, because when I first bought T25, I ordered chocolate, and then like a week later I ordered vanilla. So, and I saved 10%, so that was kind of cool.
Wait, how do you save 10%?
The club membership, you save 10%.
Oh, I did not.
Girl, you learned something new today.
Yes, I did. Oh, that's hilarious.
Club membership, you save 10% off. So that's kind of nice for customers who aren't quite ready to, you know, upgrade to a coach if they're not sure, still on the fence. But okay, cool. You can keep your club. You don't forget, you get 10% off.
Nice. That's good.
Yeah. So yeah, for the Mighty Mommies, or for the prenatal one, it's all on demand. I think it came out just about 3 weeks ago, and it has 4 workouts. So, I mean, yeah, they can keep doing the same workout and over. It's like, just kind of like, how I think of it is, some people think they're going to get bored, but I think of it like, well, you do like the same yoga flow over and over and over and over. Like, you can do the same yoga flow like so many times. So it's like, this is what's best for your part of your trimester, or they can try like the next trimester, or they can try like the postpartum one. But yeah, that it's all on demand, so they don't have to like order anything for it. But you can sell a challenge pack, and then they can, you know, get all the other goodies.
How are you presenting it to a pregnant person that says, well, I'm pregnant, so I don't really want the 21 day fix right now? How are you getting them in the group?
So what they can do is, they can still get all those containers. I have coached probably 5 to 8 pregnant or postpartum moms on the 21-day fix. The only thing they really have to do is increase their calories by 500 and then adjust as needed. So I've had moms say like, oh, I'm concerned about like my milk supply or not getting enough calories while I'm pregnant. I say, no worries, girl, it's all good. We'll just increase by 500 calories and we'll adjust as needed. So if you feel like you're getting enough or too much with 500 calories, we'll just go down. So you'll do like the regular calculation and then add 500. And it could be like an extra serving of oatmeal or maybe some fresh fruit and Greek yogurt, like totally, flexible on how to get those calories in. And they'll know how they feel. But I can actually send Kelly if you want. Actually, let me hover over here. Oh, what is your name?
Just Jokester. Not really.
Like, wait a minute, that's not what it is on Facebook. Well, I can send you the event that I did and how I marketed it because it's in the past now, so I can just message it to you, or I can message it to Kelly and she can post it in your guys group. An example of how my events look, and then you can like message your friends who are pregnant or trying to get pregnant or newly postpartum and say, hey, I'm putting together this group. I'm just trying to get a feel on maybe how many moms would want to participate. This is brand new. I'm doing it for the first time. I previewed the workouts. They're really awesome. They're like really gentle, but they're going to help with labor. They're going to help with your flexibility. They're not like, super like extreme, like they're going to be doing P90X or something. So I'll send that to Kelly so you can see kind of how I laid that out. And then, yeah, like no pressure. You can just kind of message your friends and be like, hey, I'm just trying to get like a gauge or a feel on like how many moms might want to participate in this because I'm really excited about it.
Okay, that would be wonderful.
Yeah, for sure.
I still am kind of confused, like how that all sounds great and getting them to get in to do the on-demand for free, but then convincing them to buy the 21-day fix because
I would talk about the 21-day fix before mentioning they can get on-demand for free. So they don't know that. But I mean, they'll still get on-demand for free for 30 days with the 21-day fix, but Shakeology replaces prenatal vitamins. The only thing they'll need additionally is folic acid. I hate taking vitamins. I hate taking prenatals. They feel like horse pills. I always feel like they're stuck in my throat. Shakeology replaces prenatals. The only thing they need additionally is folic acid. So if you know people who hate taking prenatals, like I'd say, look at this stuff is going to like give you natural energy. You're going to wake up feeling good. One of my girlfriends who is in her 3rd trimester said it really helped with her morning sickness. Every pregnancy is different. So honestly, if they have an issue, like just say, hey girl, don't worry. 30-day money back guarantee. Like you have nothing to worry about. Like you're going to be taken care of. If there's any issue, I'll help you return it. I just, whatever. I've mentioned that to quite a few moms because they've been concerned about Shakeology. I'm like, it's totally safe. I'm drinking it through my pregnancy. After my pregnancy, my daughter drinks it. Yeah, because that's like the complete like Shakeology is where it's at, and that's pretty much all they're really paying for. Because if you look at the price difference, so say someone was just going to buy Shakeology, it's like $139 plus $14 shipping, so it's like $144. You buy a challenge pack, it's $140 plus $2 shipping, it's only $142, and then you get all that stuff: the meal plan, the portion control containers, the DVDs, the workouts on demand, Shakeology. Like I would never recommend Shakeology by itself, but yeah. Hopefully that answered your question. I swear I go off on these tangents all the time. I lose my train of thought.
I like your tangents. Okay, I have a comment and then a question. So one thing that I loved about like when I was following Elle, she posted about that gratitude group and she's like, oh, and you get a book. And I remember thinking like, I want to be in this challenge group. Like, so that's why I sometimes do the bonus prizes, because not only are they getting fit, but it's like, oh, and I get a book, like, oh, and I get a, Sephora gift card or whatever. So that's actually one of the groups we're doing next month is a gratitude group.
Yes. That honestly, out of all the groups I've done over the last like 2+ years, that was my favorite group I've ever done. Like everyone was just like, I need this. Like I really need this. And I'll have to find how I marketed that one, but it was like not just about health and fitness. It was like a total like lifestyle overhaul. Like if you're just feeling like crap, your relationships don't feel solid. Like we had like relationship challenges. We had like relationship, like gratitude challenges with your kids, with your coworkers. Like it was, and everyone, like it was a pretty small group. I think we had 12 people in there, and we usually have like 30 people in our challenge groups, but it was a lot smaller because there were certain people that just needed that. And it was so good. Like we had like tears shed and like just like aha moments. And it wasn't, I mean, everyone lost weight. Like everyone did great with 21 Day Fix. I had people lose like 10 to 20 pounds. And, but the gratitude part and doing these challenges, that was by far my most favorite group I've ever done. Like I need to do another one because it made me feel really good.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I need this. Did you do like daily, like gratitude challenges for them? Like,
yeah, so it was like every other day, because sometimes like I know people get really busy. A couple of my girls were nurses and they worked crazy hours, and one of them like runs an entire farm. So I did them like every other day, so I didn't feel like they had to do this like every day or they'd get behind. I was like, all right, like you have 2 days, like, you know, until the next one, and then I would do one for over the weekend, so people could like, you know, enjoy their weekend with their family, with their loved ones, or just, you know, relaxing or whatever it was. So it's like that Friday, it was like Monday, I think it was Monday, Wednesday, Friday, then you had the weekend. So it was like 3 a week, which is like good. And so it was like 15, no, not, was it? No, we did it for 30 days. So yeah, what does that be, 12 altogether? Yeah, like there was like 12 or 15.
Cool. Yeah, we thought about doing either the compound effect or a gratitude journal, like giving them a gratitude journal.
Yeah, that was by far my favorite.
Yeah, I'm excited. So one of my questions is, do you give your challengers prizes? Like, I think I saw you post about that once, that you do like prizes in your groups.
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I do. If I have like a lot of stuff that I'm just like, this is just sitting here. Like I have so much swag from Beachbody. Like I have free like DVDs that I've gotten, free workouts. I have a lot of Shakeology back stock. I have like, you know, sometimes I just see things. I'm like, hey, like this would be a cool prize. Like I saw some like little notebooks at Michael's the other day that were like my workouts and nutrition. It had like a little log. So it was really cool. It's just like, I don't know. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Is it just to whoever?
I'll like whoever's the most accountable, pretty much, like for like this week or the next week, like even if it's 2 people, I'll do 2. But yeah, it's like whoever's really on it and they're being accountable and they're posting every day, and I'll give them extra credit if they post like a sweaty selfie or a Shakeology selfie or something that's like sharing with their wall or their public, you know, social media, instead of just keeping the group like, hey, here's a little extra credit if you want to share to kind of like, you know, motivate and inspire others. Then I'll be like, all right, cool, you're on it, you're my next coach, here's a prize.
Okay. Any other questions, you guys?
If you think of any, just message me and I'll be happy to answer them.
Okay. Well, this was awesome. It was so fun to hear from you, and I loved your insights. Like everything, I took notes, and everything you shared was awesome. It was very enlightening, and so I appreciate you joining us, Elizabeth. And yeah, we'll keep in touch. And
awesome. Thank you so much for having me. Really an honor to speak to you guys tonight. Thank you.
All right. Good night, you guys.
Bye.